Hello, this is Everett. Today is August 1st, 2016, and you may or may not know that in this Powerball, with my top 20, I would have been one off with the Powerball, meaning that I had 5 and almost 6, and someone in New Hampshire is the one that won the Powerball, the $500 million. Now, this is paper trail that I can prove. So, with the tickets, which we'll make another video to explain briefly my equation and the things in which I use as tools to arrive to certain numbers. Now, I had I had Powerball 4 and Powerball 5 came out, so I missed it by 1. But I still had an option. The number 5 was in my equation. So how does this relate to a child riding a bicycle with training wheels, or a president? Meaning that, we've heard of the old cliche saying, let go and let God. Now, part of our pyramid equation, which I'm just going to give it to you, I'm not even going to charge you $60. If I had to charge what I'm worth to reflect my value, it would be at least 600, 6,000, 60,000. Because insight and understanding to energy and numbers is priceless. And what I offered as Einstein was just an elementary understanding of unleashing energy, expand and contract. So like, say for example, you get down to the wire. You got Hillary and you got Donald Trump. And we'll put it in reference to the Powerball. And if you're wrong, then the balance of lives of humanity is destroyed. Or if you're correct, then people get to live beyond 2018. So Hillary gets up there and she says, I want Powerball 4. And then Trump says, I was thinking of 4 too, but something says just to add 1 to it or subtract 1 to it. So I'm going to play 5 or 3, but I got to give one answer. So to plus 1 is positive and to minus 1 would be negative. So I'll hang with the number 5. And it turns out that Hillary was wrong and Trump was right. And as we have learned in past history, a lot of times it comes down to the very last final wire of making the right decision. And this is what is usually associated with the president, making that judgment call. So just like a kid with training wheels is like the pyramid of numbers, or your intuition, is you're going to have to let go and let God. Meaning that God's going to say, I'm going to take you halfway to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. We've heard of that cliche saying, you can't make a horse drink the water. You can take them there. So energy is saying, this equation, this variable has to be in there. I mean, I'm going to get you up to a certain point, but you have to use your skill sets because I need you to develop them. At the last minute, you have to make the final adjustments to reflect what numbers will come out. And that is what you have to use in our pyramid of numbers. So we're not going to go into the direction of if they are controlling the numbers in the lottery. We're already at the position is how could they not be? But they're not doing it, they're mixing it up. They're using random and controlling the numbers. But that's not the message for today. Today is basically, why are you not developing what you create in your pyramid of numbers and make a judgment call. Take those training wheels off your bike, just like we have to do with a child. And the child says, okay, so I don't fall off this bike, I got to do something. And you take these numbers and what you know in terms of personality. Every lottery has a personality. And one of the things about Powerball is notorious for being one up or one down. But you have to look at the pyramid, the numbers, the way they are, and go statistics. Meaning that you say 80% of the time, Powerball adds 1 to it. Means God, energy, is going to take me close to the water, but I have to make the judgment call. And then I have to decide, should I keep it the same? Should I raise it up 1? It could be 1 ball, it could be several balls. That's why I'm sitting here versus someone, without being a jackpot winner, versus someone in New Hampshire. And we say you never become a jackpot winner. What you can least expect out of this, from my teachings, is going to be very interesting. And it's going to be exciting. Because the thing is, can you imagine having 5 out of 6 and being 1 off? You played Powerball 4 and it was 5, and you say, oh man, that puts a fire in your ass. And that's what I was trying to teach people. So now I'm at a position where I don't have to teach you. I've made myself available to everyone out there in terms of understanding mathematics and equations. So I can just say piss on you, because that's essentially what people have done to me, is piss on my shoes and say it's raining outside. So essentially I could do the same. I'm not required to teach you. And if I put out a video and say $60, just pay it and be done with it. Otherwise, you're going to piss me off, and I'm going to say, screw you, it's now 60,000. Because what I teach has validity to it. And it cannot outside of that, because everyone else is working with mathematics or understanding of numbers that is bullshit. Pardon my French, but it is bullshit. And they want to give you the illusion as if they're master numerists, and they're not. There's only one person who's qualified on this planet to teach you the correct way, and you're looking at him. With that, we'll end it right there. Take the training wheels off and expand, objective and creative, and expand and start looking at numbers from all possible ways. And take those training wheels off. Don't be so hard struck on those numbers, because energy is going to take you so far, and then it's going to allow you to drink from that water. And with that, this is EvereTT on this first day of August 2016.